Hello and welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations. This episode featuring my wonderful co-host, Aryanna from Daddy Daughter Time. Haven't seen her in a minute because, well, she's been doing her thing and I'm letting her do her thing without interrupting her life. So, you know, it is what it is. We should also have another couple of guests joining us. However, that all depends on a few factors that I have no control over. So let's chop it up for a bit. Since it's been a while since you've been on, let's get the people updated on what's new with you.
You know what happened?
What?
I texted my friend in. When did I text her?
2020?
Of the 2020 in May. She just got back to me. Just texted me back.
Wow.
And it's now July 2021.
That's a year and 2 months. That's something. That's something. Apparently, 49 people saw. Yeah.
I also did my Ascension quest in Genshin Impact.
Nice.
It was annoying because I was so close to beating the thing.
Yeah.
And then the time ran out.
No, you have a timer on the Ascension
Yeah.
quest? Oh,
Well,
those
you
are
have 7 minutes for the final boss battle.
Okay.
And I was getting there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I got this. And then we got to the part where you had this feet little prisms, so so the thing doesn't level up.
Yeah.
I was so close to beating it, and then
There you go.
and it left me with the worst characters ever.
No. So what, you had all your good characters, but they died?
Yeah.
Ah,
2 good characters, they died. So I had an Electro character
nice.
and a Hydro character.
Okay.
And the boss was an Electro.
So what element defeats electric?
Water and fire.
Fire defeats electric?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I always thought they like kind of clashed, but I didn't know.
No.
That's...
I'm like, yes.
So you find you're learning a lot about the elements in this game?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got to AR-38. Now I got to do another quest.
Please clarify what AR-38 is.
Adventure rank. Were you confused when I said that?
Yes. Huh. It won't let people watch on Facebook. Ain't that something? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to share the link on YouTube. It's saying the content is not available. Man, everything, someone's trying to jam me up all the time.
Water.
That's water, you know what I mean? Just to clarify. Share. We're going to share it on...
Dad shot the fly. There's a fly in
Oh, man. So... we were there in the kitchen. We were in the dining room, and there was a she was in the dining room. I was in the kitchen, and we have this electric fly swatter. And let me tell you how.
Just imagine giving that to a kid, like a child.
I wouldn't, because they might put their tongue on it. But let me tell you how the thing went zap pop.
Snack, crackle pop.
And it was ridiculously loud. Ridiculously loud.
So there's a TikTok, right, of a child, not like a little child, like probably same age as me, swinging their electric fly swatter, right?
Mm.
The dog jumped off into the fly swatter.
No, did it get zapped off?
It's not the snow.
No, that's terrible.
You know the video I showed you? It was like someone got a coffee from a store.
Yep.
And the person asked, "Can I have extra whipped cream?"
Mm-hmm.
So the worker took off the whipped cream, but not how you think they would. Not like scooping it out.
No. They jet blasted some whipped cream into the thing. The cup went. Wow! I almost boxed you with the phone. Wow! She almost caught the hottest box with the corner of the phone.
I think the caption said something, or the thing that said something like, "That's good, thank you."
Yep. Madness are going about the place.
First time working at a coffee shop.
Telling you, I wouldn't be able to work there. It's just like It's too fast paced. Not that I can't work in a fast paced environment, but like people barking orders at me while running around. No.
I managed to get a large drink when I was supposed to get a medium.
Yeah, they just messed up.
Not completely. Completely.
Nah, we banked on it. Don't get me wrong, but like they just messed up major. I don't know how you going. To ask? I don't know how I'm going to ask for a large hot beverage, get a large cold beverage, ask for an iced coffee, get like an iced cap. They just got it all wrong.
I asked for a medium. Managed to get a large somehow.
You came away the winner on that one. You're the winner on that one. I'm wearing the first shirt I ever pressed. Boom. There you go. And what it says is, the key to maintaining a successful business is,
Do that.
and then on the back end, it
Minding
says,
my own.
yeah, key to maintaining a successful business is minding my own.
I started a new game on our game.
I'm not even trying to figure out what other people are doing. I'm just trying to do what I can do for, what needs to be done for the most
economy,
part.
people?
Yeah, the people of the
looked
community.
so weird when I was
Had your head on a tilt. Your head's covering the Lusher Bonton shirt, available at lusherbonton.com.
I don't know why I went the wrong one. Yes.
Because it's mirrored.
So whenever you're going that way.
Whenever you go left, it's really right.
Whenever you go right.
When you go right, it's really left. Yeah. See, I can do these weird things with you on the show, but with other people on the show, I got to be all upright, professional, and drunk.
I went to a birthday party.
How was that?
It was fun. I thought it was the piñata.
Yeah, how was that?
Someone broke it open.
Yeah.
Like a little bit. I said to my friend, I'm not gonna get any candy out of it. I hit it, all of the candy came out. All of it.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Powerhouse.
Just sprinkled out.
Shout out to Infamous Butcher Records. They just added me on Facebook, on Instagram actually. Viewed profile. Let's check them out. Hamilton-based indie labels, Sons of Butcher, Moonlight Desires, and Lomare. Pre-order the Real Slobs. All right. What's new? Just gonna message people. Interaction is definitely important where it comes to the social media. If you're trying to increase your following and things of that nature, just having it and adding people isn't enough. You got to interact with them and communicate on a regular basis. You got to start a cycle of communication and keep it flowing. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody who's watching. I know there's some people that are just waiting for me to say their name the wrong way, but I ain't said your name in months, and I ain't gonna start now. There's people who you'll find just want to see you fail. No matter how much you achieve.
Got chilled on my spine.
Yeah, yo. Yeah, because that's how real this truth hits. And you just have to know that regardless of what they try to do, as long as you believe in yourself and do what's right by you, they will never win. It might seem like they get a victory here or there, but don't let them take up space in your head. You always move forward, look at the objective beyond the obstacle. Even if I'm the obstacle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna get the character that the game I started, but I'm gonna get the character the same level as you two.
Okay.
So I'm gonna play with them.
All right. So you're gonna build him up until you get to the same level
as you two.
Yeah.
And then I'll use that character.
Okay.
The monkey. You can control characters.
Can you?
Like Skag, Spider Ants, Monkey for some reason.
Monkeys.
A monkey.
There's a monkey in Borderlands 3?
Yeah, one of the characters. Can manipulate animals.
You see, like, that's why I wanted to play Borderlands 3. Because we finished 1 and 2. We finished 1, 2, and a pre-sequel. No, we haven't finished the pre-sequel yet. We're supposed to finish the pre-sequel.
So, basically, you know those, like, green things on their eye?
Yeah.
So basically, that's his, like, electronic controlling the animals.
Telepathic.
telepathically controlling the animals.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm sending out a message.
Dude, full of viewers.
Yeah, yeah. I said I don't chase. I said what I had to say, and I'm not chasing. But I am going to do my due diligence to make sure that I.
Just imagine you have to wake up at 9, and you wake up at 8:59. Like you're laying there saying, "I'm gonna get up." You wake up at 11. No, at 8:59.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to wake up at 9.
Oh, man. I'd probably go to sleep for that extra minute. Actually, no, I keep my eyes closed for that minute. I'm trying to get to my other profile right now.
What is the one thing you don't like about summer?
I don't like sweating behind my knees.
I do that too. I don't like when you're wearing like shorts or a skirt when your legs get stuck together, or when they get stuck to the bottom of the chair. Not the most comfortable feeling. It's really not.
I'm just talking to a
People.
couple of people now.
Those cherries are good.
Yeah, you know what? I should leave some out. The problem is, when they're too cold, they bother my teeth. So I don't like to.
Okay, but do you bite into the popsicle or lick it?
I kind of, I fold my lips over my teeth, and I break it, and then I like let it dissolve on my tongue.
I just eat it.
Yeah, because you're a little savage still. It's okay though.
Oh, hey, look. Whenever you talk, the thing goes up.
Yeah, that's the meter. Okay.
Okay, so why isn't dark spelled with a C instead of a K?
What?
Why isn't dark spelled with a C?
You'd have to ask the lexicographer.
Because you can't see in the dark.
You clever bugger. I never know what you're coming at me with. That was a good one.
Why does that look so chunky?
What, the sauce?
Yes.
Because some sauces separate.
It doesn't look drinkable.
You're not supposed to drink the sauce, girl.
That does not look edible.
You're supposed to eat the sauce. All you got to do, you see, that's the thing. It's a coagulant because it separates. But if you give the Soulicious pepper sauce a good shake,
like this,
give it a good solid shake.
Like how solid?
A very solid shake. There you go. And then the commercial will play like this. See them pepper, yeah? You know them, Mac? Soulicious pepper sauce. Too hot for tech. XX Inferno. We have 2 flavor. Bring one for your friend or even your neighbor. Soulicious pepper sauce. Look on the ingredient. No fat in it. And we have spices, yes. Soulicious pepper sauce. We have the niceness. Put it in your drink and spice it up, yes. Soulicious pepper sauce. We have apron too. So worth to eat. Just right for you.
Soulicious pepper sauce like 5 times. Yeah,
because whenever you're branding something, you want to mention the brand as much as possible. Like Expose the North. We go there and beyond. I repeat, Expose the North. We go there and beyond. Soulicious pepper sauce is so worth the heat. And we have another jerk sauce maker in the building. Yeah, you can go outside now. Turn off the microphone. Thank you for joining me. Well, he's gone off the microphone. He's okay. Yeah, so we have another. We have Stubbs here. There we go. There we go. Hold on a second. And bam.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Not bad. Not bad. Live from Toronto. We have Stubbs joining us. Oh man, I'm always happy when my daughter can join me for the show because apparently people like her more than they like me.
Oh, God.
Right? Bro, I did like 150 shows, and then I did one with her, and then I heard like for weeks about the one I did with her, and it was just like, okay,
Oh
I'm
no!
gonna do more shows with her.
There you go. Might as well.
Exactly. So it worked. Okay. So yeah, and please, like, you gotta come in around like 8. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like life is just everything's picking up now.
Right.
Yeah, man. Like I might have to use another backyard.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like we have, like at first, you know, I mean, I was talking, and it was gonna be one of those, like, you know, it was gonna be just like a gathering, a get together. You know, I was gonna get some business-minded people together, and we were gonna sit down, and we were gonna, you know, and break, like, get the brand, and you know, all of that stuff.
Right.
And then things caught wind. And hold on a second. Just close it in the door. Don't worry about it. Yeah. So, and then things caught wind. Like it picked up. You ever see an ember get caught out of the campfire kind of thing and just land on something and then set it on fire?
Yeah.
Well, that's what's happening with this, because the cookout now has you, Soulicious pepper sauce, Spice Man jerk marinade, Jamrock Irie jerk.
Okay. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, and two more participants. I can't remember their exact names right now. They're sending me their contact info. So, like, this is quickly becoming something of mass proportions.
Right.
And like I said, because of the numbers and the way they are, I was gonna keep it a little close, but at this rate, we might have to relocate. But I have to talk to the guy. Like, I think it'll be fine where it is because of how much space we have, mere space to actually run it, and like more of the community wants to be involved, and that's what I wanted to do. Like, skip, like, you know what I mean? Skip the headache, get right to the people who are gonna have it or who are gonna want it, and yeah, there's some people who are interested in the stout already. I know a couple of people that are interested in that, so it's gonna be interesting. So for those of you who are watching and don't know what's going on, this man right here is responsible for, I want to say, adding some flavor to the cooking scene in Toronto and beyond. So tell them a little bit more about what you do and like how you do it. What started you?
Well, well, first of all, my name is Dudley Stubbs. I founded Stubbs Enterprises, and it consists of everything from the food industry to the TV industry, TV and film industry. Right now, what I am promoting is a barbecue sauce, which I want to bring in as a Toronto style barbecue sauce. And that means that I want to try and put Toronto on the map when it comes to barbecuing. Yeah, like all the styles are usually in the States: Kansas style, Memphis style, Texas style, and all that. So I want to put Toronto on that map, on that list of barbecue styles that you can do. And so my barbecue sauce I have, let me get a bottle here. Hold on.
All right.
Right here. This is my barbecue sauce here.
Yeah.
Right. Jerk flavors barbecue sauce, Toronto style. And it's a stout based sauce. So that's gonna be what I want Toronto barbecue to be about. Is that if you're gonna do Toronto barbecue, first of all, it's gotta be stout based. Because every barbecue, there's rules to it. If you look at Texas style barbecue, the rules are no tomatoes. You look at Memphis style, it's got to be sweet. Carolina style, it's got to be vinegary. So with Toronto style, it's got to be stout based. That's going to be the rules. So I want to try and get this sauce on the market, get everybody to try it, hopefully like it. And from there, I'm going to put out my own hot sauce. Or maybe I'm actually thinking of doing a series of hot sauces.
Okay.
I want to specifically deal with each pepper. So it's like a Scotch bonnet hot sauce. Then you got your ghost pepper hot sauce, your Reaper hot sauce, and so forth.
Okay.
And from there, and then I have my chicken rubs, and I'm doing this purposefully because of the fact that most rubs deal with beef and pork. So I want to start put chicken into the forefront, and so all my rubs are going to be chicken rubs, and then they're going to be specifically for people that like to make beer chicken when they barbecue.
Okay.
And I'm going to possibly put out a beer chicken recipe. I'm not too sure yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too sure, but definitely the rubs are going to be for the beer chicken. Yeah.
Okay. So now what started you in this business, in this entrepreneurial endeavor? Like, what was the first business that you dove into that said, okay, I'm a businessman? Like, what was the first one that the one that you said, okay, I can do this?
If I told you, you'll never believe me.
Man, I got a magazine called Culture Shock. Try me.
The first time I ever sold anything, I was 6 years old.
Wow.
6, 7.
Okay.
When my brother and sister came up from Jamaica, it was in the fall, close to the winter. So the following summer, to be exact, the following September, going back to school, because this is when it actually happened, when we're September in school. Back then, because this is in the 70s we're talking.
Okay.
And for people that don't know, in the 1970s in T-Dot, let's see now, children's bus fare was a dime. Adult bus fare was a quarter. You could buy a Vachon cake and a bottle of pop for a quarter.
Wow.
So imagine the fact that my mother would give me and my brother $5 for allowance.
Oof.
So, that's lasting a month. Easy. If I can buy a half moon and a bottle of pop for a quarter out of $5, forget about it.
Yeah.
So me and my brother decided to put our money together, go to the store, and buy a box of Twizzlers.
Okay.
And went back to the school and sell it back to the children.
Hey.
And we did it for about almost a month.
Okay.
So the amount of money that we made, we went to the store, bought comic books, bought hockey cards, and put down some money for some other time.
Okay.
But I just did that. And the first time I actually did a legit business was in 95. I did a business called Let Them Eat Cheesecake, where, of course, I made cheesecakes.
Mm-hmm.
And that was going pretty good for a while. My first Christmas holiday, the 2 weeks of the Christmas holiday, altogether, I got about 16 hours sleep.
Ooh.
That's because I was just constantly baking, going to the store, coming back, baking, going to the store, baking, decorating, packaging, delivering, coming back. It was only me.
Wow.
So Christmas Day, I kid you not, I spent about $400 in taxi fare delivering cakes.
Holy. That's smart.
Making and delivering cakes all over the place. It was crazy.
Yeah. My sister makes cheesecakes. I see that. That's not an easy hustle.
No, it's not.
Because the patience to wait for everything to set. I think it's a setting time that you have to be the most patient with, and then you have to have the fridge space. And yeah, man, one of my neighbors does a cheesecake company too. So
no,
it's
it is. It's that's all you can say. It's
It's just
You know, and then I just was, you know, I was working for a little bit, got into carpentry, and I don't know, I just started looking at craft beer, and I saw a show about how they were making it and the industry in a nutshell type of thing. And it really fascinated me. And I was like, okay, let me see what this is all about. And I started watching shows about how they actually make it, like from start to finish, and how big it was getting at the time. This was back in like 2007.
Okay.
2006, I started like looking at it really, really good. I started researching it in about 2009, 2010. I started researching it, started finding out about there's supposedly, sorry, a hop central in Ontario that's closer to Ottawa area there, where you can get like fresh hops. And then recently I found out that they're trying to create a beer corridor, whereas like you can actually go from brewery to brewery throughout Ontario and try different craft beers. So I decided, you know, let me get in on that. And I decided, okay, what beer do I want to make? And you know, I liked basically all kinds. I drank ale, lager, pilsner, porter, stout. I drank them all. But because at the time I was also trying to get back into shape, I found out about phytoestrogens.
Okay.
And that phytoestrogens, they block the production of testosterone.
Okay.
Those are in hops.
Oh.
So I decided I'm going to do stouts, because stout calls for less hops than an ale, pilsner, or lager put together.
Okay.
So I started looking into different kinds of malts and different stout recipes. And I decided, you know, let me just create my own. And, you know, created my own recipe. And I decided to go to a brewmaster who does beer, and told him about my recipe, what I wanted to do. And he was like, yeah, let's try that. Yeah, I've never heard of that before, you know?
Okay.
And so when the first batch came out, like he loved it. He's like, I've never heard this before. Ginger stout, what the? And it just flew. Like I made the announcement, and people were like so fascinated and so interested in wanting to taste this thing, because like we stout with ginger in it, like, you know. And I told that it's real ginger. It's not no powdered ginger. There's real ginger I put in it. And you know, ever since then, it's been going pretty good. You know, I just needed that extra capital so I can actually get a brewery going.
Okay. Okay. Nice. That is the next step. Once you have the working product, you know what I mean? It's a couple of things. There's definitely a couple more things that like angles to approach with that. But like, I don't know. I find that's getting it to the people who like it. Getting it to the people who are gonna like it is just gonna be one of those things. So, I'm gonna have to come through. I'm passing through Toronto on the 24th and the 31st.
Okay.
By then I should have the tickets ready. I should have tickets made up. I have one for every. So for everyone who's gonna be there, there's a set of tickets with their logo on it.
Okay.
So you know, they'll have customized tickets and everything like that. It's a community event, man. It's gonna be hella interesting, because it's like every time I turn around, there's someone more involved. There's one more person involved, and it's like something that we need to happen. So
right,
it's gonna be, yeah. And like I said, I was working with SBE earlier today, and I mentioned you, and they're like, okay, what kind of beers you make? He's like, stout. I said stout. It's a ginger stout. He's like, oh, really? And like it piqued their interest. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah.
it's interesting to see. Yeah. Like when I first saw it, I was just like, ginger stout. I have ginger in my water. I like ginger ale. Can't be far off, you know what I mean? So it has me wondering now because, like, I mean, I remember one time, I'm sure you know of it, the Stone Ginger wine. Yes.
Oh yes.
So, like, I don't imagine it being as harsh as that.
No.
But I'm trying to see if I could like think of what it would taste like, and nothing's coming to mind. So you have a good thing. You have a good thing, because if I can figure it out, then there's no fun in it.
The majority testimony I got is that it's not as bitter as ginger, as Guinness, and it's not as sweet as Dragon Stout.
Okay.
But they say they definitely taste the ginger though.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, that's kind of the kind of stout they want. That's right in between.
Yeah. Because Guinness is a little bitter at the end of it. Like you know what I mean? And Dragon Stout, I don't think I've had to tell you what it tastes like, but
yeah,
you know, it's just, I don't know, man. Like I said, we have this set up. Like it's like they get one, they're gonna want more. That's just the way it is. Okay. We're talking about August 21st. It's a Culture Shock Community Cookout, aka the Block Party. My IT guy said I have to call it the Block Party because I'm the block and it's a party. So you know what I mean? We got Stubbs coming in. It's all like you were the proverbial, like you were the first energy that got this thing momentum going.
Me?
Yeah, like I was gonna do a cookout, but then I was just like, okay, what kind of cookout I'm gonna do? Then Tanya messaged me. He's like, oh, I know this guy who does barbecue sauce. So I'm like, all right, cool. So then like I thought about it. We talked about it. Then she introduced me to you. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be interesting. Like he's coming because I want to bridge the gap between Toronto and Niagara, because there's a lot of culture that we can create.
Yes.
Once we connect. Right. So I'm like, okay, this would be great. You know what I mean? Building it as a, you know, Toronto jerk barbecue sauce maker coming down to, what do you mean they're coming down from Toronto? Oh, I gotta see this. They're coming from Toronto, kind of thing. That's how they that's how it is. I gotta see this. They're coming from Toronto. Sorry, people, that's how you are. It's okay. I have nothing but love for that. But so you know what I mean? And then I'm like, okay. So then in passing, I just kind of mentioned it to someone else, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I want to be a part of that." I'm like, "Okay," and it's like the energy is just, the momentum is just continuing. So it's like, yeah, it started with you, and it's building from you and around you. So it's like people are going to be bringing different foods, and we're gonna see, like, I don't know, we might even have someone here to taste the different, like an informal judge, if you will. So a taster of sorts is going to be there as well to give people like feedback on, you know, their product and everything like that. It's like, I don't even know where it's barely July. I just want to point that out. It's barely July, and we still have at least 7 weeks for things to happen.
Yeah.
Like, if I could spin it, I'd get an inflatable house for the kids to play with in the back corner just to keep them over there. You know what I mean? And then I got a couple of games and stuff like that, but like I have it organized, like logistically. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
Like I said, I was sitting on the porch talking with the missus. And we were just talking and passing, and one of the neighbors went by. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just let them know. So I'm like, yeah, you know, we're gonna have a get together on the 21st of August. It's a cookout, you know, just to get. Oh, really? If you want, you can use my backyard. Go ahead. That's just, you know, there's extra chairs back there and everything. I'm like, all right.
Wow.
I was just letting you know that we was doing something and it might interfere. But if you gonna let us use your whole backyard, sure. Like the next house beside me that's empty, and everybody on the front line knows me. So like, we'll probably be able to use the extension.
We should use it.
Yeah. I talked to the community.
I say take the opportunity and use it.
Yeah, definite.
Because I can almost see your section being a bit too packed.
Yeah. I hear you on that. Like,
you know, I mean, like if I bring my canopy,
you can set up your canopy right at the edge of the backyard, and because I have like a 10-foot extension, it's just I don't have an enclosure.
Right.
So like if you set up right on the edge, and that's you're right there, and then have the two fences, have boom, then I have the neighbor's backyard. So that might be like I might set you up in the neighbor's backyard, and then have like you and someone else in the neighbor's backyard, so that your products aren't clashing, kind of thing.
Right.
And then, you know, have a couple people in my backyard, a couple people in the next backyard over, and then just spread it out like that, because there's space, but I can see it filling up quick.
Yeah.
I can see it filling up very quick. So, yeah, man. And I gotta, like I said, as long as everybody who's coming so far is like, they're treating this like it's a major event.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's the way I'm looking at it. But like, I know the scale of it, but like the energy that I'm getting from everybody is just like, yeah, man, I want to, boom, I'm bringing some mac and cheese with some bacon in it. Okay, cool. I'll bring a veggie mac and cheese too. All right. You know what I mean? I tell them what I'm cooking. They're like, okay, cool. I got this that can add to it. I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of excitement coming from it. And like, I wasn't prepared for that.
Okay.
You know? I was not. I thought it was like, at first, I thought it was just going to be a simple, like, you know, a simple introductory thing. And then, you know, figure out how we can work and then take the next step kind of thing. But now it's just like there's an opportunity for cross branding.
Right.
There's, you know what I mean? There's a few, there's like, I think 2 guys outside of me who have online shows that's going to be there talking about each product online as well. So yeah, business cards and stuff like that. I make QR codes as well. Like they're reasonably priced. So yeah, like basically I can link the QR code to your website and you can hand that out for, you know, hand that out as business cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could talk about that outside of this. But yeah, man, this is like when you're talking about the beer corridor and all of that stuff, it's like, yeah, we have enough entertainment value. We have enough creative value, enough entrepreneurial and like ingenuity.
Right.
Like, especially in Toronto, man. Like, I used to live out there for a good while, and to go from the fashion district to the entertainment district to, you know what I mean, the business district, you're seeing completely different ways of life.
Yeah.
But they're all connected by those streets.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, it's immense.
Because if you look at like you look at the X.
Yeah.
The one big thing of the X that everybody knows about, no matter who you are, everybody knows about the food building.
Yep.
Everybody knows about Tiny Tom's Donuts.
Yep.
I personally have been to the X just to get the donuts and just leave. I've literally paid my admission, went to the Dufferin Gates, boom, shortcut to the food building, get 3 bags of Tiny Tom's Donuts, and went home.
No.
And believe me, I wasn't the only one.
That's great.
That's been going on for decades. People just come there, get the donuts, and go home.
Oh, man.
They ain't playing no games. They ain't going on no rides. They just want to get the donuts. Gone.
Yep.
You know, so if you can, like, if anybody can get that popular, you have to you've done something really good.
So here's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to get a few small portions of different meats.
That's right.
And then cut them up in like toothpick size, so people can taste how it tastes on each different meat. We're gonna have to do that, something like that, because I'm looking at that bottle, and that bottle looks like it could do like good. Like that bottle looks like it could do a good turkey, like fully.
Well, I mean, I was even thinking if it can be done,
Okay.
that I was gonna even do one or two beer chicken and have people try it out. Beer chicken with the rub on it.
I don't see why not.
And see if they like it. And
Okay. Yeah.
go from there.
Yeah, because we have we're gonna have 3 grills running. One's gonna be charcoal, and 2 of them are gonna be propane.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's the inside oven and the stove top too. So, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's no problem.
Yeah. Gonna have to rearrange a few things, but I'm looking forward to this because, yes, good. Defend yourself. Good. You're taller than him and bigger than him. Do not let him take you down. There we go. Now watch. Yo, for those of you wondering about the play-by-play, because the audio is gonna be syndicated on Liquid Fire Radio. So basically, what's happening is I'm watching my daughter play with some neighborhood kids, but like some of them are a little rough. But she's taller than all of them. She's 11. They're a little bit younger. But like she's taller than her grandmother and her mother. So you know what I mean? But she doesn't use her bigness to her advantage. So one time I saw her get taken down. I'm like, listen, girl, you're bigger than them. Mm-hmm. And it's like that's when she clued in because she's a gentle soul. Like mm-hmm. I can't get her to yell unless she's really angry. Like if I'm downstairs and I'm shouting up to her, like I can't hear her through the floor kind of thing. So I just told her, you know what, you just got to use your size to your advantage. And I'm seeing her now and she's like stiff arming the kid. The kid's trying to run up to her and can't tackle her. And she just stiff armed him so hard. Oh, jeez. That is great. Oh, man. Like I said, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I really couldn't. Like, there's just so much she does that makes me proud. And even though we bump heads from time to time, like, what do you expect? You can't win all the time. You know what I mean?
Right. That's right.
Yeah. So, man. Oh, is this the PDFs? I'm just checking something here. Because I have the Culture Shock magazine. Yes, the Culture Shock magazine is available online. I'm going to be putting up the PDFs shortly. I understand what it's like. There's people online talking about those who are capping, and I'm just like, for a second, I got offended. I'm just like, but then I remember what my mom said to me. She said, David, if them a dash chicken feed and you're not hungry, where you pick it up for?
True.
You know what I mean? I'm just like, you're right. You're right. It's not. So then I said, you know what? And then I read the timeline. And it's just like, there are people out there talking like they can make things happen and not actually making the things they say can happen. And for a second, I thought that person was talking about me. Right. And then I went down the list of things that I'm doing. And I'm like, no, the only cap I wear is the one that says expose the North. You know what I mean? That's the only cap. Because I think the problem is when they don't see what you're doing, when they don't see the long division, they assume you don't know the answer. Or they assume you stole the answer kind of thing. And I have a bad habit of doing the long division in front of people. You know what I mean? Just so you know, it's like, this didn't just happen this way. This step led to that step, led to this step, led to this.
Right.
But now I'm about to say, fuck all that shit. Just short division. You know what I mean? Short division. It's all.
I was guilty of the same thing, and then a friend of mine pulled me aside and showed me shit. Listen, you're doing this. You're letting out too much information. Like I know you tend to do that. So from now on, like literally think before you speak. And from that point on, I learned like just give a teaspoon of the entire pool.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Yep. I know. You know what? I know right now, even in talking to you about the lavish plans for the Culture Shock Community Cookout, that someone's gonna try it, but
they don't know where you are. They don't know where it's going to take place. So they're going to try it, but they don't know the details and the intricacies of what's going on. So they're only going to half step it.
They know who's going to be there, and whoever said they were going to be there already said they're going to be here. So it's like, if you want to do something after the fact, that's cool. If you want to do something before the fact, you don't have time. But this is and it's time for like there's a pay-per-view event happening on that day too, so like that's going to be running in the background as well. And I'm telling you, it's like what I want to know is like why it's so hard for, like, I guess there's a divide really. And there's people who want to do something, and there's people who can do something. And instead of pooling the resources together and making it so that the people who want to do something can do something, it's like the people who can do it are being sabotaged in a way that makes them not want to do it. And it's like I'm talking with artists that are just not wanting to do certain things that they're capable of because it's not being supported. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. If you're able to do it, why not do it regardless of what others say? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, see, our problem is bigger than that. I'm talking our problem.
All right.
Our problem is job versus business. If you get a job, you're getting all the praise and the balloons and the unicorns and the rainbows and you got a new job.
Yep.
Start your own business.
Oh God.
You're by yourself.
What do you mean? And that's the thing. It's like, congratulations, you found a way to get money from somebody else. As opposed to, congratulations, you found a way to make money for yourself.
That's right. Slave mentality.
Yeah. I know
one of my master teachers, he labeled it negative Negro slave mentality.
Oof. Okay.
Right? Dr. Francis Cress Welsing labeled it post-traumatic slave syndrome.
Okay.
Like you're cheering a person that's going to slave for somebody else, instead of cheering the person that's going to stand on their own and help build the community through economy.
It's a shame.
Because you notice in our culture, they don't teach economics. Like it's not taught in the household. All the only thing is taught is save your money. They're not taught how to save, when to save, and why to save.
Or where to save. Yeah. It's too true.
And now the conversation is about generational wealth, which I'm all for.
Yep.
You know, if you can do something to leave something behind, do it. You know,
It's almost
people. Go ahead.
it's our duty to do that, really.
It is, yes, it is.
Mhm.
It is. It's like me, like because I was in Islam and I got into Black history when I was young. You know, I decided to write a book for my children, a book of knowledge of self. So
Okay.
something to leave behind for them, for them to read. You know, they've read the rough draft so far, and they're very interested. They want to see when it's finished. A lot of things they've read in there they didn't know about. I'm like, well, that's what this is about. You know, now I'm trying to teach them about business. You know, find something that you're naturally good at and go make some money off of it.
See, I was lucky. My mom read a lot of books. Like she was going through, like she's been training to be like in the medical field. And whenever she was done reading the book or the textbook, she'd give it to me, or I'd take it and I'd read it. So I absorbed a lot of information that I don't have the accreditation for.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In the sense of the diploma for what have you, what I know in psychology, or, you know, but I still possess a wealth of knowledge that I'm trying to use to create the change that's necessary. Like with some of these podcasts, like the Justice for Black Lives podcast that we did on June 6th, that was a very diverse podcast where you had a lot of different people with a similar agenda, just from different perspectives.
Right.
And then you had the one that we did for the Aboriginal cause, Silence is Not an Option, Candid Conversations episode 101. That was last week. That one almost, I'd say, fell apart, but like it displayed the injustice that Indigenous people experience, even when assembled in peace. And like the reaction that I got from one of the individuals who was like, from the guy who was basically accosted by the RCMP, was like, wow, bro, I'm not one of them. I'm trying to help you. I see your cause. I see your plight. I'm trying to shine attention on the fact that you're not being treated properly. You know what I mean? For the purpose of you getting treated better. But if you don't want to stand up for that, then it's not going to be like, I can only stand up for you if you stand with me. And if you don't stand with me, then I can't stand. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I that's just where it is. And like, I've offered what I can to correct the situation. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I don't think it's within me to have to correct it. I think it's within the powers that be to understand that, hey, just because it's like I'm 6'3", 285 pounds. Legitimately speaking, there are a few people in this community that I can't have my way with. But I don't go around, you know what I mean, just thumping people on the head because I'm bigger than them. It just, you know what I mean? Move out of my way. Boof. You know what I mean? Can you imagine?
I'm literally picturing it. That's why I'm laughing my head off. Like walking on the sidewalk, there's bushes on the side. And, good morning.
You know what I mean? So when I see people using their authority in a disadvantageous way, it vexes me genuinely. Like, I feel bad for this man, and he wants me to take down the podcast, but I'm just like, I can't do that, because then you're doing to me what they did to you, and I refuse to stand for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? You had your voice taken. I'm speaking to this.
Yeah.
Let me speak. You know what I mean? Give me, if you don't want to do it, at least give me the artillery I need to do it properly.
Right.
Boy, I'm on the phone with the Office of the Premier every week. Every week. For 11 years.
Wow.
Yeah. 11 consecutive, not 2001 and then 2010, 2010 through 2021. I have been on their phone. They know me. They changed a couple of the people that work there, And I told the old people that still work there, make sure the new people know me. Because I'm not going through with them what I went through with you.
I actually went to junior high school with Rob Ford.
Oh shit!
We both went to Hilltop Middle School. I was in grade 7, he was in grade 6.
Oh wow!
Actually, at the time, our homerooms, no word of a lie, was directly across from each other.
Give me a second. That is. What are the odds of something like that being the case?
And back then he was cool too. Like the whole family was cool. I remember he had a birthday party. We went to his house. He invited us, about 6 of us. Coming out of the projects, and we were going to this big ass rich house. Yeah, man, they treated us like human beings.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was all right. I personally, back then, I've never heard the N-word come out of his mouth. He wasn't racist towards any of us.
Okay.
I never saw that, honestly. A matter of fact, at one point, I was like I got word back in was it early 90s? Yeah, early 90s. Somebody came up to me one day. He's like, yeah, hey, I've got to tell you, I spoke to Rob Ford the other day, and he's saying that he was upset at you because he said you were a bigot.
Whoa.
I'm like, what did I say that made him say that? I don't know. That's why I asked him too, and he wouldn't say. He just said that, that guy's just a bigot. So I'm like, okay. But it was funny that when he was mayor and I saw him, this was 2008. I saw him downtown. He was going, at that time they had Sun TV.
Yeah.
So I saw him going into Sun TV. I say, hey, Rob, what's going on? He looks at me. He saw me like this. He goes, oh, hey, how you doing? I'm Rob Ford, I'm mayor. I go, I know who you are, man. And he looked at me good. And he goes, oh, Stubbs. Oh, my gosh. What's going on? And he was late for his interview. And he looked at the woman. He's like, I'm talking to an old friend. They can wait. Straight up, man. No word of a lie.
Oh, man.
We sat there and talked about 10 minutes.
Oh, man.
10, 15 minutes. And then he went in for his interview.
That is great. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So that's pull. That's definite pull. So, yeah, man. That's those kind of stories. You can't write them unless you live them.
No, can't.
So speaking of living things and talking about them, let's talk about your word, shall we?
Okay.
I used it the other day, and the individual I used it with was kind of stunned, and then I explained it, and I think they accepted the terminology. So I was Darian. Let's get some feedback on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we have historians who are people who tell the story of another.
Right.
And then we have the I was Darian, who is the individual who experienced the situation and is detailing it. Did I define that correctly?
It's a person who either witnessed or was involved in an event. So if you were there to see it happen, then yeah. Or even if you were involved in that, same thing. Because the whole basis is that you were there.
Yeah. So I just like it. It sounds real. It has a Greek sound to it.
I was told that. I was told that. Yeah.
So
this keeping old Greek.
Yeah. You know, if it sounded like a brother made it, they wouldn't want nothing to do with it.
That's right.
It's sad, man. And the thing that gets me is I want to see more collective support of each other. You know what I mean? That's what I think we need to do as a community. Support each other and shit. How hard is it to say, "Oh, bro, you doing something good? Congratulations!" I'm talking to Johnny Armani today. My dude's going back to school. You know what I mean? I was bigging him up the most because my dude told me when we first met, yo, this is what I'm gonna do, X, Y, Z, right? And when you're living it, you don't always see it, right? So we're talking, and then he's, he kind of sounded like he was a little, like he was being humble, definitely, but he sounded like he didn't feel like he wasn't feeling the situation. I said, bro, from when we first met to now, you're doing everything you said you were going to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? You got the music thing, you have your album ready, you're going to your schooling, you're doing the course that you want to do. You know what I mean? You just have to just keep doing you and you'll get there. You know what I mean? You'll get to where you're going. And he's supposed to be coming through on the 21st to perform. We have Hot Apollo coming down from Toronto. They're a shiny rock band. They're different. They're different.
Like alternative rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna get a couple of more hip hop acts.
What's that band's name again?
Hot Apollo.
Hot Apollo, okay. Because my son's into it. He's into alternative rock, so I'll ask him if he knows who they are.
Okay, they're a local band, a Toronto band actually.
Okay.
Yeah, they do what the front man calls it is shiny rock.
Okay.
Yeah, they're good. They got a good sound. Well, they got a sound that I like, and I know will go well out here too. So then it's gonna be like a variety show of sorts. So I'm gonna see if I can get a comedian in. I don't know. It's gonna be fun though. I want to see to that everybody has an experience that they enjoy. So so far we're printing 50 tickets.
Okay.
But I get the feeling we might see more than that.
Yeah, if you're gonna need 2 yards, you're probably going to double that.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee you're going to double that.
Yeah, I have that feeling as well. Like I have that sinking feeling.
Because if 1 yard is volunteering, the other one is going to as well.
Okay.
Or
so
it may be the one beside that neighbor who wants to volunteer. So I'm saying just look out for that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so well, that's the way it's gonna be. It's just gonna be I can't say you're wrong because, like I said, it's already at the point where it started as a murmur, and then it came around, and someone's like, "Oh, so what day are you having your barbecue?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, I didn't even tell you yet. Hold up."
There you go. Word's going on already.
Yep. So
that's good though. That's really good.
Nice. Yeah, man. It's good.
I guess I may have to do some actual cooking after all. Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some actual cooking after all. Crazy.
Yep. I'm telling you, man. Like I said, I try to keep it. I try to keep the numbers condensed so everybody can focus on the actual point of the situation. You know what I mean? But this is, like I said, I see the top of the street just full. A car is just from 3 blocks over all the way up. I see, you know what I mean, like a lineup of people coming in. I'm gonna have to give people like a timeline kind of thing, like what time, the time is when they got in there, and like, you know what I mean, you got an hour and a half, 2 hour limit or some shit.
Wow.
If there's a lineup of people that want to come in, I'm gonna have to find some way to regulate it. So
yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, man. Man was talking to me about people coming down from Toronto.
That's the thing, right? So I'm thinking like you guys get like a stamp or something.
Yeah, something. Stamp or a bracelet or like a ticket or something.
Whatever's cheap. We'll get a stamp. The stamp, because tickets people will lose ticket easy. The stamp confirms, you know.
This is the cheapest thing right here. Permanent marker. Come, give me an X.
There you go. Yep. X. Boom. Yep. Permanent marker. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
You know what I suggest?
What?
Get the Magnum marker.
Magnum marker?
Back in the days, we used to call it graffiti marker because the tip was really thick. It's a thick tip. And the marker, it says Magnum on it.
Yeah, man, that's a okay. Oh no, I know which one you're talking about. The like it looks like a fucking silver bullet kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get one of those.
Back in my graffiti days.
Yeah. Graffiti days. Okay, so let's talk about the old school. Like, okay,
Sure.
What has been the biggest change in the industry? What has been the biggest change you've noticed from, let's say, the 90s to now?
From the 90s until now?
Yeah.
Is the introduction of trap.
Okay.
But I would say no. I won't say the intro. Yeah, I would say the introduction of trap because it has trap has basically diminished hip hop down to almost invisibility. You have a lot of artists who people think aren't doing anything, but they're still putting out records. It's just the fact that you got to go on certain platforms to find out. Like I didn't know up till now, Redman is still dropping albums.
Yep.
Right? EPMD, I think their last album was 2013 or 2015, something like that. You know, KRS-One just dropped his 23rd album. He's dropping the next one next year or something like that. So it's trap has just completely diminished hip hop. And when you got the radio DJs that's calling trap hip hop, that's another big problem. Because everybody now is believing that it's hip hop when it's not.
Yeah.
Like, and I say that because I go by the man who created and invented hip hop, Kool Herc.
Okay.
Right. When the UK came up with trip hop, Kool Herc accepted it as hip hop.
Okay.
So everybody said, okay, yeah, we're okay. That's hip hop, and that's the reason why Tricky got so big. Is that because he was one of the first trip hop artists, and he got so big because it was accepted as hip hop. So the hip hop artists took it in, right? This thing, Kool Herc never said it was hip hop. So up to now, it ain't hip hop.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And then let's like, okay, think about this, or I like to say reason on it. How can something that went from complete overstanding to complete ignorance and call it the same thing? Because hip hop had songs that you can actually hear the lyrics. You can actually know what they're saying.
The conscious, yes, because I'll tell you why. Because corporate society doesn't want the uprising of certain cultures.
That happened in 91.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw it. There's a video on YouTube with Crazy Bone talking about he's talking about a letter that he got from somebody, and he read. Yep. Yeah, you read that.
Yeah, and that's why he got ostracized, because he didn't join in with the movement. And then when all the other people who went along with it saw the destruction, it was too late. It was too late. And then you have people like me who don't swear in my lyric, who don't swear in my songs, who conscious, you know what I mean? Talking about, like, I talk about, you know, life and everything, how we can move, uplifting on all of that stuff. And then you have people saying that, you know what I mean, passing comments. But, like, I remember one year, and I'm not hating on the dude, this is the industry. There's one year where there was these two songs. Well, actually, fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. This one year, this song, and I talked to the man about it, song called Itty Bitty Titty came out, or Itty Bitty came out. And that was nominated for a Niagara Music Award. Even the author of the song said it shouldn't have been nominated for a Niagara Music Award. And it was. You know what I mean?
Look at the Grammys.
Oh.
Look what got Video of the Year.
Wasn't
what?
But then again, that song had to do with consensual relations.
No, that's not what it had to do with.
Well, I had to say it so I didn't seem like I was coming down on the woman hard.
The title of the song alone is what it was about.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's all. Simple and plain. That's all it was about.
Oh
And
man.
and even BET gave it Video of the Year too.
Because that's what got the most amount of plays.
Because that's what they want the display of us to be, is that this downgraded, ignorant, no intelligent type of people that will do these things. You know what I'm saying? This is what they want us to be. That's the reason why they killed conscious rap, because we were rising up from it. They didn't want us rising.
Yep.
Right? Think back to Tulsa. Right?
And that's a hard fact.
You know what I'm saying? So, right, but I mean, I still listen to my old school. My playlist is all old school. The only thing new is the new PE album. I got some of their songs on there, and yeah, that's about it. Everything else is old.
Fun fact: when I started my war on capitalism, Chuck D added me on Twitter. Yeah, bro, that's exactly the face I made. I looked at it. I'm just like, you adding me? What?
When I first did my Stubbs Stout on Instagram,
yeah,
guess who followed me? Papa San.
Papa San? Like, what's that song? Oh my gosh. He did this song with Kirk Franklin, and that is one of my tunes of all, like, Be Blessed? No, not Be Blessed. What is it? You know the song I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, man. Papa San did a song with Kirk Franklin.
Yeah, I know the gospel tune, yeah.
Yeah, that song right there. That's like, I think it's He Reigns, something like that.
Oh.
I don't know. Either way, it's a legendary tune.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't even like, and the way I was introduced to Papa San, I didn't think he would do that kind of track.
Right.
You know what I mean? But massive.
Man.
Yeah.
And I got a restaurant down there following me on Instagram too.
Okay.
Called Pinatas.
Did you ever try sending them a sample?
No, I've never found a way to send anything down there.
Oh.
But now I think I might be able to.
Okay.
I actually might be able to this time, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That's good, man. That's good.
I was shocked, man. Like, Papa San, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you never, and that just goes to show you never know what could happen when you put the energy, until you put the energy out there.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right. It's like, wow. And that's the thing, like me putting the energy out there. Oh my gosh. That's the thing. I noticed that we're in a time now where if you tell the truth, you're being labeled a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, buddy.
You know, or like any other type of label. But once you start talking a bunch of bullshit and gossip and everything, then you're labeled a god.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, oh man, I couldn't believe it, man.
They gonna hate me for who I am because they ain't gonna never love me for being a liar.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like that's where I'm at. And it's funny, I heard my dad say that, you know, me can't tell a lie and then I'm gonna eat it up like a hogwash. But me says that me talk the truth and then I'm going like send me a lie. And it's just like, but wait, how do you use that to your advantage? You know what I mean? Like
I use it by sleeping well.
Yeah.
And I let them know. You know, I just recently posted a meme showing a baby sleeping and says, "This is how I sleep at night after upsetting people with the truth."
Yeah.
I sleep nicely, man. I feel no ways, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I get in now. I'm getting into tones and frequencies.
Okay, you're gonna have fun with that.
Well, believe me, I've been teaching my children about it already. Especially
when you look at the tones and frequencies and how they're affected by minerals and gems. Ooh.
Oh well, you see, I haven't reached there yet. I'm still on the level of what is what. Like the vibe, like the frequency of the human body, the frequency of the planet Earth, the frequency of the cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know that at all. Like I know I can get information about quartz and crystals and all that. I know I can get that, but if I ask somebody, okay, what's the frequency of the planet Earth? They won't know. They won't know. And I've actually asked people like that too. I know people that sell quartz and all that stuff. Chakra quartz, they call them. And I asked them point blank, I'm like, what's the frequency of the planet Earth? And they're like, what kind of question is that? I said, it's a frequency question. What's the frequency of the planet Earth? They don't know. I said, okay, then what's the frequency of the human body? You know, they're like, what are you asking these questions for? Because you're dealing with frequencies. So I want to ask you how much you know about frequencies. What's the frequency of the human body? If you don't know the frequency of the human body, for all you know, you could be messing people's body up. You don't even know it.
There's various frequencies. There's various frequencies to each organ. The overall frequency is, oh man, I can't remember the fundamental frequency, but there is
the A note.
Yeah, I was about to say the fundamental.
It's the A note. 261 hertz.
261. Okay.
261. Let me make sure of that. But actually, I have a book that talks about that.
40.
Yeah. The A note's 440. Yeah. The C note's 261. The middle C note, that's the cosmos frequency, and the planet Earth's frequency is the F note, which is 349 hertz.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, for all you quartz sellers, there's some information for you.
Yeah.
Now you can tune yourselves. Now you can tune yourselves properly.
Yeah. That explains why I like the trumpet. That explains why I like the trumpet. There's certain notes that I will always go back to, and then when I'm done, or the saxophone, and then when I'm done, I just feel at ease. It's just like if I'm vexed and I go play the trumpet, I can play it for like a good hour, and then I'm good for months. Good for months.
There you go, man.
Yeah, man. But I got a couple people. I got someone coming to politic with some other tip. I got a meeting at 11 o'clock p.m. with the man Lushy Bantan, you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's gonna be something. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna chop it up with them. He's gonna be one of the performers for the August 4th Black August celebration. We like that got full so quick. They got so full so quick.
Wow.
And I was like, man. Think like God's grace or the power of the cosmos. It's like I'll talk it, I'll turn my head, I'll look back, and it's happening. So I got to be careful what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
John Noah said you can't speak it into reality.
Well, you know what? I know that August 1st, I'm gonna try and make it down to City Hall.
Okay.
Because I want to see if John Toy's going to raise that RBG flag like how he did the flipping U.S. flag for July 4th. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, I'll try and send it to you. He put it up on Twitter. He actually raised the flag at City Hall, the American flag, to commemorate July 4th.
Was it to commemorate July 4th, or was it because of some cross-border takedown?
Well, he said to commemorate the July 4th weekend that they have down there. July 4th.
Are they putting up our flag for Canada Day?
No.
So what the fuck?
Exactly.
Like,
I just posted, what an idiot.
Like
that's what I put down. What an idiot.
I mean, like you see, that's another problem. We as Canadians don't support Canada.
Well, he supports certain Canadians. Because, like, I noticed last year, June came, he had his rainbow mask on the entire month of June. August came, the same day that he was declaring Emancipation Month for August, the entire day he's wearing his rainbow mask.
Man.
I'm like, so, it's got to be put to him. It's like, I'm going to send him a tweet. I'm like, when are you, I hope you get an RBG mask for August. Like how you have your rainbow mask for Pride for June.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you have a red, black, and green mask for August.
Call him on it. Call him on it, because
You know what I'm
like,
saying? Well,
you look
we need all of us calling him on it. Like all of us need to go tweet him on it. Because from what I know, like politicians and entertainers and media people, they're all Twitter hawks.
Yep.
No other social media but Twitter. That's what I've noticed. You can say anything to them on Facebook, that's one thing. IG is another thing. But Twitter, yeah, they'll respond. As a matter of fact, did you know that if you tweeted something to the TTC on Twitter, at TTC Helps, did you know that they have staff that will have bogus accounts to troll you?
I believe it.
Happened to me already.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually took a screenshot of one who said, and I quote, "If you film me, I'll ram that phone down your dark throat."
Wow.
So I know that was a TTC staffer.
Wow.
Right? The last time I posted about something with the TTC on Twitter, I got trolled by somebody who just got their account. Like I mean, this happened in June. And when I look at the person's Twitter account, it said account came on June 2021.
No. So they just made the account so they control you.
Exactly. That's why I know these are all TTC staffers. I don't know if they're drivers or whatnot, but they all work for the TTC. So if you go on Twitter and you tweet at TTC Helps and say, hey, this is going on and that's going on, especially if you put up a video or whatnot, yeah, then they'll all start coming in.
I knew a situation involving the TTC and some corruption, and I mentioned it to the office of the premier. Like I said, I'm on the phone with them. And I didn't mention no specific names. I just mentioned the situation, the circumstances, and the course of action that could be addressed. Within 6 weeks, they had pretty much forced the guy out that brought it to our attention. Instead of the guy who caused the train derailments and covered them up. So,
wow.
That just goes to show, man, like there's a lot of corruption out there. That's a whole episode in itself.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man. But yeah, we got it. We chopped it up. We got some more talking to do over the next couple of weeks, you know what I mean? But as it is, this is the 102nd episode of Candid Conversations. Oh man, going on 2 years. It's crazy, man. Like just the things and the way they're developing. I mean, I started with a podcast, ended up with 3-4 of them, doing the magazine, got the studio running, 2 businesses. It's just, you know what I mean? Nominated for Promoter of the Year last year.
Nice.
Going for it again this year.
Okay.
See how that goes. You know what I mean? So
nice, man. That's good. Congrats. That's good.
Thank you. It's humble beginnings. So yeah. Oh man, it was a pleasure talking to you, and gotta get you on again. You know what I mean? We'll maybe have a conversation after the cookout.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be big. So August 21st, tickets are going on sale as soon as I get my logo. I'll put tickets on sale. I'll put. Hey, cuz, how you doing? Yes, all is well. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah. For Stubbs, this is the block saying bless up. We out.
Peace.